Hi everyone, my name is Tapuvai Amama, and I'm here to talk about bullying. Thanks for joining me today. I want to start with the question. Start off my video with a question, and it is: what do you think is the biggest long-term impact bullying has on children, not just during school, but as they grow into adulthood? Take a moment to think about that, because it's bigger. It's a bigger issue than it seems on the surface. For this discussion, I've chosen to focus on bullying in early and middle childhood, especially how it affects emotional and social development. While bullying can happen at any age, early intervention is key because how children experience and cope with bullying in their off early years often shapes how they form relationships, handle conflict, and regulate emotions later in life. One of the sources I found is an empirical article titled Victimization and Internalizing Symptoms in Early Childhood, a longitudinal study by Ladd and Wardrop in 2001. In this study, researchers followed children from kindergarten through second grade, tracking the relationship between peer victimization and the development of anxiety and depression. They found a significant link between being bullied, especially relational bullying like exclusion, and increased internalizing symptoms over time. In fact, kids who were constantly victimized were more likely to show signs of withdrawal, low self esteem, and even avoidance. What's really important about this study is that it shows the effects of bullying aren't just short term. Some kids carry this emotional weight for years, and it also shows that emotional problems aren't always caused by family stress or academic pressures. They can come from negative peer relationships too. This makes it even more crucial for parents and educators to recognize early signs and take them seriously. Another source I looked at is a position statement from the NAEYC, National Association for the Education of Young Children, on promoting positive social behaviors. They recommend that bullying prevention should start as early as preschool. Some of their key guidelines include teaching empathy and emotional literacy from a young age, modeling respectful and inclusive behavior, and three, creating classroom environments that discourage competition and support collaboration. They also stress the importance of professional development for educators so they're better equipped to manage conflict and support who are both targets and aggressors. So you may be wondering, so how can we apply this in the real world setting? For parents, it means starting conversations about emotions early, naming feelings, encouraging problems, solving and helping kids develop assertiveness without aggression. And for educators, such as teachers and professors, it means embedding social emotional learning, also known as SEL, into daily routines like morning check-ins, story time focused on emotions, and activities that build teamwork. Even the physical setup of a classroom matters. Open play spaces and clear routines can reduce tension and support positive interactions. It's also worth noting that kids who bully others often have unmet emotional needs too. Some are so quick to blame the kid that likes to bully others when deep down they look and need to see the kid that's bullying other kids and see why he's doing these actions. Sometimes they experience trauma or lack emotional regulation skills, So labeling them as bad kids doesn't help. We need to support them the same level of care, teaching empathy, offering consistent boundaries, and building trusting adult relationships. To wrap up, early childhood is a critical time to shape how kids understand themselves and others. If we can catch the signs of bullying early, whether that's verbal, physical, or social, we can prevent a lot of the mental health issues that often emerge later in adolescence. Both the research and the professional guidelines emphasize proactive, relationship based approaches that center emotional development. So I'll end with this. What strategies have you seen work in the real classrooms or homes to reduce bullying behaviors or to build more inclusive, empathetic environments? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for listening, and I hope you guys enjoy my presentation.